The fire started, and it, as you all knew, grew rapidly, spread and spread and spread.
Tonight on News 12 New Jersey, crews are making progress in battling that massive wildfire in Ocean County. It broke out Tuesday in the southern section of the county. Here's a look at where it continues to burn tonight. So far, more than 13,000 acres scorched. At last check, it is 50% contained. Left side of your screen, this is what it looked like yesterday. You see those bright orange flames, and on the right, what it looks like now. Flames out in many places, but embers left in their wake. Let's get you out to the scene tonight. News 12 New Jersey's Amanda Lee joins us from Waretown. Amanda, how are things looking out there this evening?
As that fire spreads, firefighters have been keeping up with it. As you mentioned, 50% contained at more than 13,000 acres at this point, and they say 12 structures are threatened, but that's down from 18 this afternoon. Flames growing rapidly before thousands were forced out of their homes Tuesday.
It's impressive to see the intensity of those fire runs that made their way last night.
The Jones Road wildfire began burning across Ocean and Lacey townships near the Greenwood Forest Wildfire Management Area as power went out, leaving nearby residents in the dark.
These fires have a capability of just kind of driving that energy and building off of themselves.
Evacuation orders weren't lifted until Wednesday morning before a state of emergency was declared. Officials sharing that one commercial building was destroyed, along with a few cabins and vehicles.
There's still embers that rain down, shower down. There's always a firefighter at the end of those embers, putting those embers out, which made it successful for us.
But seemingly small fires can grow due to dry, windy weather conditions.
Nice clear sky today means low humidity, winds, warm temps. It's all ripe for fire spread.
And sorry, Kurt, but the fire officials say the fire may not be fully suppressed until they get significant rainfall. They're not expecting that, or they're hoping for that on Saturday. So they're going to be here probably throughout the weekend. Reporting live in Ocean County, Amanda Lee, News 12 New Jersey.
Now, as for that building that was destroyed, it was holding the inventory of Liberty Door and Awning. This was in an industrial complex in Lacey Township right off Route 9. We spoke with the president of the company. His name is Bob Nosty. He says he lost everything here.
We got a pretty resilient crew working for me, and they're in the other building right now getting to work, trying to get everybody's doors reordered, and we are in the garage door and awning business. So we got a couple weeks of, some tough times, but I think, we won't rebuild quick enough here, but we'll be somewhere else.
Now, so far, this is the only business that's been destroyed by this wildfire. The New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection Commissioner Sean LaTourette thanking first responders today.
Thanks to the incredible, heroic work of the good men and women of our New Jersey Forest Fire Service.
New tonight, after a long fight to keep its doors open, Preston High School students, teachers, and alums received some welcome news today. The school will remain open, but for how long and how did this happen? News 12's Melissa Rose Cooper is in the Digital Center tonight to break down these big details. Melissa.
Amanda, it's a huge win for Preston. The deal means the school will stay open for another 25 years, but it did not come easy. After several offers were denied, the Attorney General stepped in. Now that comes nearly 2 months after Preston High School announced it would be shutting down at the end of the school year. Students and their families have been fighting to save it with no success. Attorney General Letitia James stepping in to facilitate an agreement between the Sisters of the Divine Compassion, which owned the school's property since the 1940s, and the Bally's Foundation, both agreeing to an $8.5 million deal. The foundation will lease the building back to Preston for $1 a year for the next 25 years. I spoke to the Attorney General about why this needed to happen.
Preston's going to stay open for the foreseeable future, and we're going to continue to produce generations upon generations of young women who will not only lead the state of New York, but lead this nation.
Now, Bally's is currently bidding to bring a casino to Ferry Point Park, a proposal that stirred some concern in the neighborhood. But the company says the deal is about proving its long-term commitment to the community. Meanwhile, Preston's principal says the school is looking forward to serving the students for years to come. In the Digital Center, Melissa Rose Cooper, News 12 The Bronx.
A double shooting in Kingsbridge Heights kills a 28-year-old man and leaves a woman hurt as well. And News 12's Lindsay Tanney has been following the story for us and joins us now from the scene on University Avenue, where she spoke with the man's friends and community members today. Lindsay.
Yeah, Amanda, we're just about 24 hours from when this shooting happened, and there's just a somber feeling here on University Avenue. Police sources tell News 12 two gunmen were walking around the area to check out their targets before shooting him. The moments before 28-year-old Margie Dowd was shot dead in the head. He's walking down University Avenue, then shots fired and people ran.
I hear a gunshot from right here, and I have to run. I don't want to see them. I'm gone.
Dowd's friends light candles and lay flowers in his honor. We're told the Yonkers man came here every day to hang out.
He just comes around to visit his friends here. Very nice young man. Doesn't look for problems.
He was like a regular chill dude. He ain't bother nobody, no nothing.
His friends miserable, trying to make sense of the madness. Meanwhile, the police seemed to be focused on this red truck. They arrested a guy who tried to open the door of the truck. They're seen putting it on a tow truck and driving off. People say the truck had been there for years and that it's used for drug deals.
It's not good for us, and it's not good for the kids, because even the kids from school, they were coming to buy drugs in here.
And we're still working to figure out if the truck had anything to do with the shooting. And meanwhile, the community here is just devastated by this loss. Also, a 33-year-old woman was caught in the crossfire. Police say that she was shot in the hip and is recovering. For now, that's the latest here in Kingsbridge Heights. I'm Lindsay Tanney, News 12 The Bronx.
Fury tonight over a Vladimir Putin poster at a Sheepshead Bay barbershop. Wild video shows the owner being attacked, and then later more video captures that shop owner attacking protesters. News 12's Rob Flax has that exclusive video.
This is the owner of the barbershop, Dilshad Akhmedov, being attacked by a customer over a large pro-Putin display he placed in his window, showing the Russian president next to the Uzbek president.
The people he killed, I said, we change it, don't worry. He starting hit me. You can't do something like this, guys. I tell you, I'm changing.
But people nearby, many Ukrainian refugees, saying the photos are offensive, as was the anti-Semitic language Akhmedov hurled at protesters gathered outside his store before threatening people with a razor and pushing a man. Vlad Spector recorded this video.
You can put this inside the business, but outside of the business, that's a provocation.
We asked if that justifies attacking the store owner.
That's not right, absolutely. I am against this, absolutely, but I understand why.
Police say the owner was intoxicated and taken to the hospital, but did not face charges. Akhmedov today refusing to apologize for what he said.
The business coming up is bad because of the Ukrainian guys do like this.
You can see those posters have been removed from the windows. Neighboring businesses telling us they were shocked to hear what the man was saying and to see what he had placed in his doors. They tell us that their businesses accept everyone and hate has no place here.
It really was dangerous because our clients scared and we are scared too.
Police say they are searching for the barbershop attacker facing felony assault charges. In Sheepshead Bay, Rob Flax, News 12, Brooklyn.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The federal government is telling thousands of people in our area who are legally in the United States with temporary protected status to get out of the country now. And our Ben Nandy got a hold of the latest letter from the Department of Homeland Security and has the story from Osning.
My friend received this letter. When I spoke with her, she was so upset.
Zia Gulistani tells me he's heard from 3 local Afghan women who got this letter from DHS. The agency is telling temporary residents who've been seeking a permanent visa, it's time for you to leave the United States. Do not attempt to remain in the U.S. The government will find you.
It says DHS is terminating their temporary status in the U.S. and they have to leave immediately unless they've obtained a lawful basis to remain here.
Gulistani, a special visa holder who didn't get the letter, is sticking up for his friends who did get it. He says they've applied for asylum, their cases are processing, and they are legally present.
There is no education, there is no work for the woman. If he returned to Afghanistan, what should she do?
He says they probably wouldn't survive long.
If any Afghans return back Afghanistan, it's really crazy, and Taliban will kill them, you know? Taliban will not accept the people that return back to Afghanistan from the United States.
Today I want to speak about... Gulistani rallied with local lawmakers and immigration attorneys in downtown Ossining today. They're trying to pressure DHS and some lawmakers for a retraction of this blanket letter they describe as spam so local asylum seekers can sleep at night.
This is vindictive, it is despicable, and it has to stop.
Immigration attorneys here say to anyone who received this letter to first take a deep breath and then call an attorney to make sure all your legal rights are afforded to you. Ben Nandy, News 12.
And DHS is admitting some errors regarding the letter, which was sent to nearly 1 million people nationwide. And in an emailed statement, the agency says in part, quote, notices may have been sent to unintended recipients. CBS is monitoring communications and will address any issues on a case-by-case basis.
Heartbreak in Bridgeport today as the community remembers a business owner who passed away unexpectedly yesterday. Our Frank Recchia has the story.
Lord, we thank you for this gathering.
On a beautiful day at Beardsley Park beneath the towering pines.
Thank you, Jay.
A vigil in memory of a towering figure who was famous for bringing people together. Bridgeport business owner and weightlifter Jay Piccirillo.
Jay Piccirillo was a force of nature. Certainly he walked in a room, he generated a certain kind of electricity. His smile was contagious, and we are absolutely devastated as a community to have lost him.
He was the owner of Michelizzi Italian Ice here on Madison Avenue, where flowers lay in memory of Jay 1 day after his sudden passing on Friday. A man known as much for his smile as for his generosity of spirit.
If you could put a price tag on a person's value based on impact, an impact that they've had on other people's lives, impact that they've had on the community, he was priceless, absolutely priceless.
She was an old school Italian.
I'll never forget interviewing Jay at the funeral for his mom, Lucille Piccirillo, 1 year ago, where an enormous crowd turned out.
I am going to miss her dearly. I love you, Mommy. Thank you.
The words he used in describing her could also be applied to himself.
She's been involved in close to 100 charities and made a difference for everyone in the city of Bridgeport, in this community, and we're going to miss her dearly.
Jay Piccirillo was an outstanding guy. He will truly be missed by the community.
This guy was the life of the city of Bridgeport.
I worked security for him, and he always looked out for me, and I'm forever grateful for him.
I've never met a person who didn't look at color, background, rich, poor. If he could help you, he did it.
A truly beloved member of the Bridgeport community, famous for helping others, gone at 54.
Thank you so much. God bless you all.
In Bridgeport, Frank Recchia, News 12, Connecticut.
Piccirillo, known as the Iceman, was a big supporter of the annual Barnum Festival and supported a host of local charities.
After nearly 3 decades, we finally have an answer. The woman whose remains were found in a Nassau Park and along Ocean Parkway have been identified. Her name, Tanya Denise Jackson. The remains of her daughter, Tatiana, have also been identified, but questions remain tonight. Who is the killer? And is this case linked to the Gilgo Beach murders? News 12's Cecilia Dowd has the latest on this investigation.
For years, they were known only as Peaches and Baby Doe. Today, we learn their names. Authorities identified the mom and her toddler daughter, who've long been linked to the Gilgo Beach case, as Tanya Denise Jackson, called Peaches because of this tattoo, and her daughter, Tatiana Marie Dykes.
We will follow every lead. We will pull at every thread until we can get justice for this mother and this child.
Tanya, born in Alabama, was an Army veteran.
She's also associated with Georgia, Texas, and Missouri.
Police say Tanya had been living on 54th Street in Brooklyn and possibly working at a doctor's office. In 1997, the 26-year-old's torso was found in Hempstead Lake State Park. Other body parts were later found along Ocean Parkway. Tatiana's remains were discovered in 2011 near Ocean Parkway. The question on the minds of many, are their deaths linked to accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann? Nassau police couldn't give a definitive answer.
Authorities need your help. If you had any interactions with Tanya and Tatiana, if you served in the military with Tanya or were a coworker or neighbor, police want you to call them.
Any information leading to an arrest and hopefully a conviction, that there's a $25,000 Crime Stoppers reward.
This is the jewelry Tanya and Tatiana were wearing, and this is the type of car Tanya was driving at the time. Tanya and Tatiana were laid to rest in Alabama.
With their family in full military honors.
Reporting from Mineola in Nassau County, Cecilia Dowd, News 12.
Now, police said they have spoken with Tatiana's father and he is cooperating, and we're told the mother and daughter were laid to rest with the help of a Greenport funeral home.